Welcome to another invitation to join us to celebrate 30 days of empowerment and courage for International Women's Day, which we are celebrating for the whole month. Today, we have incredible TEDx engagement partner, best-selling author, and business communication strategist, Marianne Bielka. And, well, let's get to it.
Thank you so much, Kara.
Empowering women on a global scale. Welcome to Powerful Women Today with Carolina Billings. Powerful Women Today is on a mission of inclusion, rewriting his story to include her story, and empowering, raising, and amplifying women's voices with professional speaking, publishing, original podcasting, and web TV. And now here's your host, the founder of Powerful Women Today, Carolina Billings.
We're like ponies at the gate, just like ready to go. Welcome, Marianne. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Carolina. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited for all of the March summits for Powerful Women Today.
I know, right? So this year, for all of our friends and family globally, we are trying something new, right? Because it's always fun to just keep trying things new. And instead of having one long, big event, we're actually broken it down into 5 smaller sections. That way we can focus directly in what we need to focus. So March the 3rd is Marianne's Day. Marianne is not only a proficient and acclaimed professional speaker, she is also the curator of the programs for PWT Speaker Association and Speakers Guild. And so we have an incredible day all day long that you have curated for us, and make sure that the topics are really about the empowerment of women. So I want to ask you, how do you empower women?
Thank you so much. I am driven to empower women to build confidence in speaking our truth and our message, especially female business owners whom I work with most often. Public speaking helps build your brand and your confidence level. You get your business out there, you get your message, your passion out there while building your reputation as an expert. So the more opportunity you have to practice in a safe and nurturing environment to workshop your message, it increases your confidence and your skill level. And this is where I am driven to empower women to help build those skills within themselves, get over any fears that may hold them back.
To workshop your message. I love it. You know, as a speaker, you know, Powerful Women Today has held many conferences. We have had many guests on stage, and you know, it's funny because the ones that seem more at ease and more natural and more almost spontaneous are people who have mastered their craft. And actually to come on stage and be that confident and be that relaxed, so that it appears that you just woke up and decided, hey, I'm just going to speak to a crowd today, right? There are people, like you said, that they have workshopped their message. Is down to a craft, right? The engagement, the storytelling. Now, you are one of our authors. You are a best-selling author in our fall anthology, 30 Days to Success, which was brilliant. And we'll put the link so in case you want to take a peek at it and find out all about it, you're able to. But you are also one of our upcoming authors in the sequel, 30 Days to Courage. Now, your chapter is Speak Volumes. What can we look forward to in that chapter?
Well, Speak Volumes as part of the Powerful Women Today ecosphere, part of the environment. We offer access to masterminds and learning, but more importantly, we offer access to practice in a safe practice space. Now, you will hear practice makes perfect. There is no perfect. Great works of art like your speech or like any painting, is never finished. It's only abandoned and we move on to the next. But we practice and constantly evolve and constantly add to our presentation, whether it's in front of a mirror, in front of a trusted friend, or recording yourself, which so many of us are afraid to do at first. Getting over these tendencies to shy away from looking at ourselves objectively and having supporting comments and supporting feedback to grow our message. Powerful Women Today offers this workshop space in the Boutique Accelerator Speak Volumes.
Led by you.
Yes, led by me, as well as the masterminds that are offered as part of the Speaker Association membership as well. So I'm very excited about the opportunities for growth, for networking, for turning our fears into strengths.
Yeah. And you know what? We don't need to think of life stages and in 500 people in the audience, right? The reality is that no matter where you go, you have a square foot stage and you're speaking to one person, which I learned from you. It's funny, I had been presenting and speaking for years. And, I love being on stage. I have a good rapport, audience feedback. I shouldn't say rapport, but audience feedback. And it wasn't until you taught me, you said, you know what, this is how you need to present in order to really take the presentation to the next level. And that is something everybody needs to know, from a business Zoom call to your own broadcasting or your own streaming, to being a guest on somebody else's show or broadcast or stage. Knowing how to speak is really literacy, is modern day literacy.
You've tapped into one of my passions. You've tapped right into one of my passions. As speakers early on, we want to establish credibility. So there are so much in our early presentation that is about me and I and what I can do and what I've been through and me. And as a listener, I'm thinking, that's great. What about me? And as we become more seasoned, we start to include our audience members and say, how many here, how many of you? But as a listener, I'm one person. I have one set of ears, you have one mouth, and this is a one-to-one relationship. Whether there are 1, 10, 100, thousands of people in your audience, speaking is a one-to-one intimate relationship. So never use plural. Say, if you have, or when was the last time you, and specifically talking to one person, regardless of the size of your audience, helps me as your listener connect with you, solve my problem. When you are presenting on a podcast, running your own podcast on a stage in a summit, and you are speaking to your target client's greatest desire to solve their problem, you will increase your client base, your fan base, and your credibility.
The response to your call to action, right? Because they connected. It's important what you just said. When people begin their presentation and it's about, hi, I am, and I do, and I've been, and this is your digital first impression, right? Especially if it's over video or podcasting or YouTube videos, you see it a lot. There'll be a good, even a minute or two, and they're still going on about subscribe and like it. Dude, I have not even seen what you're presenting, and you're already asking me to commit. So there's a dance, and that is one of the things that I find in you. I've participated and witnessed so many of your instruction sessions, and I am always taken aback how it is not what is normally being taught. What you teach is really the art of the craft in things that seem simple, but everybody's more focused on lighting and video resolution or sound, or yes, all those are important, but we have not even those first few seconds, right? Another thing that you taught me, and I hope it's okay that we're sharing so many little tips, but that's the point, right?
There are so many to share, and let me give recognition to those who have mentored me throughout my journey here. There are so many, and every single speaker, as a speaker, you have a preference for what framework you use. Every speaker out there has a framework that works for them, and it's not necessarily 100% the same framework as works for another speaker.
Well, it's got to match your natural,
Right.
Because if you rehearse it to the point that technically you can present in any, style, right? But when people this is an introduction. When people get to know you, right, you can only hold on to that scripted, persona for so long. Eventually you show up. And if it is so far departed from your natural, personality and the natural way that you communicate and engage, there's going to be a, whoa, who's this person?
Absolutely.
Usually when we get caught off guard, right? It's like, I've known you for this long, and who are you, right? That's why we travel. We say that we know people when we're in difficulties and when we travel, right? That's when you get to know them. The true nature's coming out. And this is just a preview of the incredible insights that Marianne shares with us in our Visibility Summits begin March the 3rd.
Register. Click on that link and register for the summit. Show up on March 3rd. Subscribe, like. But join us. Join us on
broadcasting, podcasting, and really presenting. So yes, do click on the link above and below. There'll be in 2 spots, and join us, whether it's live or on demand, whether it's for you or someone that could use it, because it's the recipe for success. See, speaking, not everyone reads. Reading is very powerful, and I'm a big author, writer, reader, but not everybody reads, but everyone listens and everyone speaks. So is the most impactful medium there is. So
whether you're an established speaker or just starting out, there is something to take away to improve your skill set and your presentation. Don't miss it. Thank you.
Absolutely. There's the weather, which she'll tell you more about it on March the 3rd. See you then. Thank you, everyone.
Empowering women on a global scale. This has been Powerful Women Today with Carolina Billings. To learn more about how you can join and transform your life and the lives of women everywhere with professional speaking, publishing, podcasting, and web TV, visit powerfulwomentoday.com. Remember to subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you like to listen and watch your podcasts.